Good morning, friends. I hope everyone is doing well. I request everyone to watch my videos in a sequence for better understanding. If you really like my teaching and my efforts, please press the like button, share the videos with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell button to get the regular updates. In this video, I want to discuss about address resolution protocol, even we will call it as ARP protocol. What is the use of ARP protocol? It will map the IP address to a MAC address. Is it clear? You know the your IP address, okay, and you know the, let's take that A want to send a packet to B. A know its own IP address. A even knows the destination IP address. Now, if you know the destination IP address, you can keep a packet with data and the source IP address as A's IP address and destination IP address as a B's address. That network layer will do. But how the data link layer will work? Data link layer will take the entire information, am I right? DAB, and it will keep the source MAC address and the destination MAC address. Am I right? Because the data link layer will work with the physical address. We will call it as a MAC address, which is a 48-bit address. If you know the destination IP address, it will not work. You should also know the MAC address of the destination. Then only the packet can be delivered to the destination. So, if you know the destination IP address, however you does not know the destination MAC address, then we will use the ARP protocol. So, it is useful for mapping from IP address to MAC address. Now, let me discuss the process how ARP will work. So, I hope everyone understood what is the use of ARP. Now, let me discuss the working process of ARP protocol. Now, A want to send a packet to B within the same network. Okay, are you able to understand? A can be within the same network or A can be in another network. Am I right? These are the two situations you will get. If A and B are in the same network, okay, still B does not know A's MAC address and A also does not know that B's MAC address. Am I right or wrong? It is not compulsory that they are in the same network. I should know the MAC address of the B and I should know the A's MAC address by each other. Am I right? That is not possible. Is it clear? So now let's take that A want to identify the B's MAC address to send the packet. Now what it will do at the network layer? Network layer, it will keep the data and it will keep the A's IP address and B's IP address. Okay, if you have watched my earlier videos, you can tell me what are the protocols will be there in the network layer. The IP protocol is very important protocol or the heart of the network layer. Am I right? On top of that one, we will have ICMP protocol and IZMP protocol, and down we have ARP, RARP protocols will be there. Now why I am saying on top of IP in the network layer itself you have ICMP and down of IP you have ARP and RARP protocol. Meaning is that ICMP, IZMP packets will take the help of IP protocol. However, ARP will not take the help of IP because IP will send the packet, okay, consists of the data and the header, everything. That packet will come to the ARP. Now ARP's duty is to find the source MAC address and also the destination MAC address. The data link layer will not consist of. Data link layer will just keep that information. So ARP has to find the source MAC address, obviously it will be there. Now it has to find even the destination MAC address. Now the destination MAC address, if it does not know, it has to find it. Are you able to understand? So this packet will come to the ARP. Now ARP has to keep the data, whatever the information it has got, A and B, it has to keep the source MAC address and destination MAC address. It is no, it does not know, so it will keep the value 0. It knows the source MAC address, it does not know the destination MAC address, so it keeps the 48-bit zeros, and here it keeps the 48-bit source MAC address. Now this information will come to the data link layer. Now what the source will do? I don't know the destination MAC address, but however I know the destination IP address. Am I right or wrong? It's simply like that. I know, let's take that it is a class. Okay, in a class 60 students are there. I know its roll number, but I don't know his name. Are you able to? One student roll number I know, let's take that CED 60 I said. Now I don't know his name. Then what I will do? I will broadcast who is roll number 60. Then the person will unicast saying that, sir, I am roll number 60 and my name is so and so. Am I right or wrong? So similar principle ARP also follows. Now this information will come to the data link layer. What the data link layer will do, it will broadcast the information. If it is broadcasting the information, what information will be there in the destination MAC address? Can you say it? If you know the answer, please write the answer in the comment section. If you does not know, please watch my video. Now the data link layer, this information will come in the destination of the data link layer because it has to do the broadcasting. So at the destination it will keep all ones. If it keeps all ones, as we are representing in a hexadecimal representation, you will have F's. Okay, 48-bit ones you will keep, so it will be all F's will be there. So that information will be sent in the entire network. Am I right or wrong? Because you are doing the broadcasting at the data link layer. Now everyone will receive this packet. Even B also will receive this packet. Now B will send a reply. Whatever the sender is doing, we will call it as ARP request. Because sender A is requesting everyone. So that packet we will call it as a ARP request packet. Now B has to send the reply. B no need to do the broadcasting. B will even do the unicasting also. He will say that obviously in a class everyone can listen, but even he can send a WhatsApp message to me if he knows my number. Am I right or wrong? Suppose in a group, in a WhatsApp group you have sent who is roll number 60. Now roll number 60 will not say the reply in the WhatsApp group. Even he can send personal message to me. So I will come to know his name. So it can do B can do the unicasting also. What is the information B will send? B will send the source MAC address as his own address. This is my MAC address. Are you able to understand? B's MAC address it will fill, and it will fill the destination MAC address. So it will fill the source MAC address as its own MAC address and destination MAC address as A, saying that this is my MAC address, you can use it to transfer the package to me. Are you able to understand it or not? Is it clear for you? So this is the ARP reply packet. So you have a ARP request and you have a ARP reply. So ARP request will be doing the broadcasting and ARP reply is unicasting. And one more thing, important thing is that we have even ARP cache also will be there. Each node consists of ARP cache. What is this ARP cache? Is that once you identify the B's MAC address, A will store in his table that okay, B is there, his MAC address is this much. And in each time entry, you will have a timeout saying that this is valid for this much time. Are you able to understand it or not? So ARP cache will consist of entry B and its MAC address. Next time A want to send to the B, first it will check in its cache, ARP cache. If that information is available and time is not expired, it will not do the ARP request and reply. It will directly find out the B's MAC address and it will send it. Are you able to understand? Now you can have a one doubt. Sir, you said A and B are within the same network. Okay, no problem. If A and B are in the different network, am I right or wrong? I have a network N1 and I have a network N2. A is there or my source is there here. My destination is here. These two networks are connected with a router R. Now tell me, A want to send a packet to B. Am I right? We said that this IP address, if I know, I can identify its network and I can identify its host. But the packet will be delivered with the destination MAC address also. Obviously, at the data link layer, to identify, you should know the destination MAC address. Now, how can you tell me? Those who have watched my OSI layer functionalities, I said one important point. What is that important point? Data link layer will do the hop to hop communication. Am I right? And the network layer will do the source to destination communication, and transport layer will do the process to process communication. Even the A is the source and B is the destination, A need to find only the destination, means router MAC address only, because A will send the packet to the router R. That router will able to send the packet to B. Will you accept with me or not? Because A and B are in the different network and these two networks are very far away and they are connected with a router. So now first A will deliver the packet to the router in the data link layer. Am I right or wrong? Now the router has to send the packet to the B. So A has to find the router's MAC address. How it will do? Again it will use the ARP request. Okay, and router will send the ARP reply. Then a router will again do the ARP request to the B and B will send the ARP reply. Are you able to understand? So what is my point is that, please note down this point. ARP request and reply can happen between two hosts also, means A and B if they are in the same network. It can be happen between a host and a router. It can happen between a router and a host also. Let's take that you have another router here. Then that first packet has to send from A to R. Then from this R to this router S. Then S has to send to the B in the data link layer. So even ARP request and reply can be happen between two routers also. This is very important point you should remember. Okay, you can ask me, sir, this is entire theory, what they will ask. But even in GATE or university exams or in the interviews, they can ask you the technical questions. So you should be very confident to answer those questions. How you will be very confident? If you study in depth. Am I right? So I hope you have understood how the ARP protocol works and what is its uses. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts in less than 24 hours. If you really like my teaching and my efforts, please press the like button, share the videos with your friends, subscribe to my channel and also press the bell button to get the regular updates. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.